If you've been following this channel for the past few years, you'll know that I've traveled to the entire state of Georgia, visited every city, beach, lake, archaeological site, and hiked almost every mountain, waterfall, canyon, and gorge. So having some of the most experience with the state, I gathered the 10 must-see places in the state of Georgia. And let me just quickly say, before I began this venture, I never even heard about half of these places. So you'll likely find a new place for a day trip with your family or friends. Starting with number 1, Driftwood Beach. Driftwood Beach is located on the Georgia coast of Jekyll Island. This stunning natural wonder is a popular tourist destination famous for its writhing driftwood sculptures right on the shore. Each piece of driftwood is like an artifact in its own way, uniquely sculpted. And my guess is most of you have never even heard of this place. And believe me, like everything else on the list, it is so much more amazing in person. Driftwood Beach is also home to a wide variety of wildlife, including shorebirds, small mammals, crabs, and many different types of sea creatures as well. And a cool thing I noticed when I was here, there was a couple getting married right there on Driftwood Beach. Next up is Tallulah Gorge. Tallulah Gorge is roughly a 1,000 foot deep and 2-mile long canyon in the northeastern part of Georgia. It was created by Tallulah River cutting through the surrounding high elevation land. Not only is it one of Georgia's 7 natural wonders, but it also provides many hiking trails. Some on the rim of the gorge where you can also cross the famous suspension bridge and view many overlooks throughout the gorge, and another where you can go within the gorge floor. But keep in mind, for both of them, you'll be lucky enough to cross the suspension bridge. The Floor Gorge also provides many waterfalls, such as Hurricane Falls and Sliding Rock. But the best time to view the gorge, in my opinion, is during autumn. It's actually one of the best places in Georgia to view autumn in and of itself. Also, if you simply want to see the gorge but not hike, Overlook 1 is one of the best views of Tallulah Gorge and is located right behind the visitor center. Coming in at number 3, Amicalola Falls. Yet another one of Georgia's 7 natural wonders. Amicalola Falls is a 729-foot cascading waterfall located within the Amicalola State Park in Dawsonville, Georgia. With 7 beautiful cascades, it is fed by the Amicalola Creek, and not only is it the largest waterfall in the state, but it's also the 3rd tallest cascading waterfall east of the Mississippi River, and it's considered to be one of the highest cascading waterfalls in the southeast. Not only that, but the hiking trails leading to the waterfall are also neat, with many landmarks, including Haggard's Tree. But what if you're not much of a hiker or beachgoer? If that's the case, another must-see place in the state is one of America's oldest cities and the very first planned city in the country, Savannah, Georgia. Along with the fascinating history, the downtown square is one of my all-time favorites, primarily due to the cobblestone streets, Spanish moss-draped oaks, 18th and 19th century architecture, neat riverwalk, the Victorian district, and the Savannah Historic District. Visitors also love Savannah for its exquisite restaurants, outdoor recreation, historic sites, shopping, and boutique hotels. Not only that, but the coastal city is also near a beach located on Tybee Island. Overall, it's an amazing place to visit. Next up at number 5 is my favorite mountain hike in the state, Mount Yonah. There are many things that I love about this trail. The journey up has many cool landmarks, split-offs to cool places, quiet nature, fun hiking terrain, and one of the best views of the Appalachian Blue Ridge mountain range. It's known as the Jewel of the Southern Appalachians due to its dramatic beauty. And not to forget, you can also rock climb the rock face as well. But almost visible from the top of Mount Yonah in Hiawassee, Georgia, Lake Chatuge. This lake within the Appalachian Mountains is absolutely stunning. You wouldn't believe it was in Georgia. The clear lake is surrounded by the mountains, and best of all, it's not yet an overcrowded lake. It provides a public beach, a rope swing, and many cool islands where you can set up camp. After seeing every lake in the state, Lake Chatuge is, in my opinion, the most beautiful by a long shot. And everyone I bring to this lake happens to agree with me as well. Next up is the underrated and underappreciated Cloudland Canyon. Located in the very rural northwestern tip of the state, Cloudland Canyon provides an absolutely epic view and 3 amazing hiking trails. One trail where you can hike to the 2 fantasy-like waterfalls within the gorges, another called Sitton's Gulch where you're in the middle of the canyon, alongside the creek and many ancient boulders that broke off from the canyon in the making, and the last one where you can hug the canyon's rim with many overlooks of the entire place and one right in front of the notable rock face. In my opinion, this is actually one of Georgia's most hidden gems, since there's usually not too many people here, and most people that I talk to haven't even heard of this place. And by the way, if you're liking this video and think some of your friends or family can benefit from it, be sure to share it. But next up at number 8 is the German Bavarian Alpine village in North Georgia, Helen. The city Helen is inspired by the traditional German mountain towns of Europe and has been referred to as the Little Germany of Georgia. Almost every building, shop, and restaurant features a Bavarian-style architecture, with steep-roofed alpine chalet design, and the overall vibe of this city here is amazing. From what I see, people here are usually very happy, and along with the city's architecture, another huge attraction is the tubing throughout the region, and also the hosting of several festivals throughout the year, including the popular Oktoberfest. Not only that, but in the city there's plenty of putt-putt mini golf and the Helen Water Park. Next in line, and the only archaeological site on the list, is the ancient Etowah Indian Mounds in Cartersville, Georgia. The site was inhabited by indigenous peoples of the South Appalachian Mississippian culture from 1000 to 1550 AD. These massive mounds are situated near the Etowah River, and the culture is characterized by its temple mound, platform mound, and constructed earthworks. The Etowah Indian Mounds themselves include several preserved etchings of bird and snake motifs, depictions of totem pole, and burial shafts. The Great Temple Mound is the largest and tallest of the mounds, reaching more than 60 feet in height. And believe me, they're so much more majestic in person. These videos do not do it justice. I've been to every single archaeological Indian site in the state, and the Etowah Indian Mounds are by far my favorite. I highly recommend a visit, especially if you're looking for something unique and new. And last but certainly not least is the most mysterious place to visit in Georgia, Providence Canyon. Providence Canyon in South Georgia is one of the most unique places I've ever hiked. But why is it mysterious? Well, even though it's one of Georgia's 7 natural wonders, the canyon isn't very natural, as it was made by poor farming practices in the 1800s, which led to significant land erosion, exposing the colorful Georgia soil. You can hike the rim, and then also you can hike within the canyon floor along the stream path, but steer clear from the quickly eroding sides, as it can fall at any moment. Those are the 10 best places to visit in the state if I were to be as honest as I can possibly be. I hope this video helped you to find a new place for your friends and family to take a day trip or a weekend trip. Thank you so much for watching. Have a blessed day.